Hello everyone. Let me check if the streaming is working. Yeah, stream is working perfectly. Let's do how do we do every day. Okay. So far here we go. Yesterday we just split this profile controller. Okay, I think let's do something good today. Okay, what we can do? Okay, fine. Okay, let's add some loggers here. We need a logger which will use to store all of our logs. Okay, let's close all of this. We can do two things. First of all, we'll use Winston with Morgan for HTTP request handling, and Winston for okay. Just give me a minute. So we'll use Winston npm. Where is that? This one. This is the documentation. Yep, this one. Everything is here. Okay. Okay, fine. Now we need to use another thing. Which one? Sorry. We will use npm add Winston and Morgan. npm dev. Okay, everything good to go. I need to use npm add Morgan. Oh, it's already there maybe. Yep, it's already there, and if I'm not wrong, it's already applied over here. Yep, this one. Okay, no problem. We'll extend this one. Let's create okay, Winston is here. Need to do something. Okay, so this is the logger things. I already have something. Okay. Okay, there is something. Okay, let me create a folder. Shared logger, or we can use it inside here if we want. Yeah, I'll move this. Let me create inside this live folder. It will be much better. Okay, logger.ts, and need another folder called index.ts. Okay, so as we see, this is the thing. This is, we should have, Okay, let me check if we can do. So this is the basic things, but we'll use something else. We need to use something else. Okay. Okay, let me copy from an old project. I have already everything, so you can do it yourself. Okay. Okay, let me check. Yep, this is the formatter. This is the transporter. It will create some file and is update those logs. And this is also a transporter, and this is the console transporter. Okay, fine, good. Okay, we need to do another things. Let me see. We need to use something else for. Okay, so for now, as you can see, we are directly logging this Morgan, so we'll use the logger to do that. For that things we need something. Let's we can pass something, some method stream logger.stream. Hopefully, okay, this is not working. I need to write a function for this. This will be like this, and it will return right. Okay, message. Okay, not like this thing. Logger dot log message. Okay. Sorry, not like this, not like this. I need to. Yep. Then it is. This message will be any type, or make it string. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so it will work fine. As you can see, the folder is already up. So these are the two folders. If anything happen on the project, then this file will be store everything. Let me see. Let me show you. So suppose our port is localhost 9000. As you can see, this is not found on record, and if I open the combine, you can see we receive there is two logging things. This two requests are being stored here. Okay, so this is the things, and we don't need to push these log files to the code, so we need to ignore it as well. So let's make it like logs. Yep. Okay, good to go. Okay, our logger is updated. And git status, git add all logger with okay, fine, everything seems good now. Okay, let's move forward. Let's do something pretty much crazy. Let's do that. So how we can do this, do that, let me see. Let's me go to user service or user controller. So our next target, we don't want to send this kind of things. We will return the data, and everything will be as it is. everything will be similar, or everything will be some simple things, nothing else. So let's do that. Okay, so for that reason we need to create something for this status code, or let's create this one, then we'll work on some better things for later on. And one more important thing, so we don't need it, this try catch block, don't need it. Okay, because it's already being handled, it's not removed. Let me remove one by one. Okay, we'll need to refactor a lot of things, so we'll do that later. Currently, suppose this is the thing, this is working pretty much good. So suppose this is working fine, but I'll just return this kind of thing instead of working like we are returning the response, res status code JSON and this data. So I want something like this way. I'll just return this data, return message something, this kind of way, and rest of the thing, the status code and JSON will be converted automatically, because this is a kind of repetitive task. So we need to remove this as well. So for that we need to add some decorator for status code. We need to add status code decorator, but we will have, it will be optional things. As you can see, most of the things are here is 200, but it can be 200, 200, 0. Yeah, you can see here. You can hear 204, so not much, but there are some fields where we need to add some dedicated status code. So we'll make it like an optional, but there will be some default values. So it will work like this way. So we'll use the status code. Status code. We just do something and it will 200 and it will do everything. Yeah, that's it. So that's the thing. Okay, so for that we need to create decorator, core decorator. First need to create key. Let's create a key. Status code key. Okay, and we need to create another decorator. Let's put it inside the router, because this is the gate post. Or let's create a dedicated decorator, status code dot deco ts. Okay, so export function status code. Yep. Okay, not like this. Status code. Yep, this one. It's metadata into store status code. Okay, metadata status code. I directly store this one. I don't need it anything else. Property key. Okay. Okay. This is what is this? Okay, fine. We did it. No worries. Okay. Okay. Now we need to do something. What is that? Status code. Yep, this is done. This is done. Now let's work on the controller, register controller, because this is everything where we will work. I mean, this is the controller instance is awaiting, so it won't do anything. Like for now it's returning the simple rec request, but it will return something data like this way, and then we will return here, return res dot status. For now just do the things, and it will pass as it is data, and I'll do is success true. Let's copy paste. Okay, where is that one? Yeah, this is success. It will be by default. Okay, success true. And also request ID, it will be bcrypt, bcrypt. Let me import that one. Import from bcrypt.js. Let me use it. Bcrypt dot u random. Okay. Or let's just generate something. Const request ID. No, not this way. Yep, this one. I was expecting. Oh, sorry, it's crypto. Sorry. Crypto random UID. I forgot this one. I mean, it's crypto, not bcrypt. Okay, everything good. Now, I don't need to do this thing. I can simply. Okay, well, let's try for simple things. Okay, so what is that? Let's go to app and basic things where nothing is required, like feature. This must be public maybe. Okay, let's just try for this get request is asking for authentication, but let's remove this one and try it. Okay, I need for this, let me do something. Okay, let's try on the Postman right now, but I will add a Swagger docs for this because Postman is kind of annoying for me. Let me open the Postman, and it's already there. Let me go like this way. Should authentication failed? Yeah, but for this it's called internal server error. Okay, I don't know, it's already there. It should. Okay, let me open the index file, the app file. Okay, if it's the internal server error, then it should log the error. Yep, what's happened? Okay, currently we don't have any databases, so database is not connected somehow. So that's the reason. Let's forget about it. Okay, isn't okay. Let me do one thing inside this get all service. Let me comment out all of these codes and just return this one. Yep, data for testing purpose, nothing else. I mean, I want to see what is working, is it working or not. It's just simple data and message request was successful. Yep, So what we okay, so we need to update this one, remove this, I don't need it anyways. We'll just simply return the data. It's very simple. Just simply return this data, nothing else. Okay, let's see what it returned. Yeah, see, this request ID is working. Isn't it amazing? In that case, that case, we don't need this request body as well. So, and let's just keep it, or else it might be give me some error, or we don't need it anyways. Okay, good, pretty much good. Okay, let's fix this, or we can directly do this as well. So okay, where is registerController? But now we need to do something else, like I can say currently it's asking me to enable, but I'll enable it later on, or like okay, 1 second, I need to export it here. Export all from Status Code Decorator, and let me import that as well. It will be 202. Why it's give me error? Yeah, it's working fine. Okay, so status code, let me close everything else. So, okay, let's understand here. So this is returning 202, so it should on the Postman it should give me 202, not 201. So we need to do that dynamically. Okay, so let's do something very crazy now. Okay, so for now, suppose we're talking about there are some configurations, there are some rights, defaults. Status as wait, default status code.ts. Okay, for we're talking about there's some status code for get, it will be 200, and post 204. So we'll create something called status code like this way. So it will default status code. Yeah. Okay, so here where we need it inside, we can handle here. Okay, okay, where is the status code? Yeah, the HTTP methods. Okay, so okay, let me write something. Okay, we record HTTP method. Yeah, it's the editor is giving me get me lot more supports. Okay, that will be all. Okay, it's give me support. Okay, fine. Okay, so it will make the consistency. I mean, I won't get any problem. Okay, now let's do it here. Const status code is equal to reflect status code reflect dot, yep, this one. This need to import from here, method name controller instance. Yep, so status code is equal to, yeah, default status code, yeah, or else it will be 200, and this yep, it's kind of nesting. If the reflect status code is no, let me share it. This is good, quite good. You can see what's going on. Yeah, it's 200 and everything is setting up. So, and by default you're setting up everything. So let me give you the thing. Reflect status code. It should only give me one. Or yep, it reflects status code. It should only give me one. This 202 because I set it up here. We set it up on the controller level. That's it. This should work fine. This should work fine. Then we just put it here. The status code. Status code. Okay. So basically, let's make it one more sure. If the method is not there, then it should like this one, this way. Okay. So this way, it's good. Everything is pretty much good, but we don't need to pass this next as well, because most of the case we will handle that ways. Now let's check on the Postman how it's working. Yeah, it's working. 202. Isn't it amazing? So let's go to feature controller, and we just need to return the data, nothing else. Just return data, nothing else. Return, I mean, what you will return data, that's it. We'll also do something called transformer. I mean, request body. We'll also replace with this something pretty much similar. I mean, okay. So if you have any idea of Nest.js, we are going to move forward on the Nest way, but with our own. Okay, we can simply return the data. Yep. And okay, data. We don't need this res as well. Return data. Okay. Simply return the data. Everything will be same as it is. Okay. Request authenticate. Yes. It's 204, so we don't need to pass anything else here. I mean, if you pass, it won't give me to the user because it's 204 by default. For this delete method, is by default 204, and 204 means you won't see any data on the front end because browser won't catch it technically. So don't need anything else. Okay, so our registerController is done. We don't. Okay. See, our project is going somewhere else. You don't understand where it's going. Okay. Okay, let's give it back. Okay. Status code is done. Now, let's ask AI to reflect all other things. So, okay. Okay, in this case we need these two files. Okay. On this file I added a new feature where I remove the repetitive code for returning response repetitive code from response along with status code and default status code. I applied on the controller. You can see, you can understand. You can understand from this implementation. After learning everything, after learning the process, apply on the other module controller as well. Ensure the consistency. Okay, I give him a lot of task here, so it will take me around at least 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so if you have anything, you can go. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I don't know. It's did it very fast. I don't idea what it did. Did he do on the every controller? It's pretty fast. I mean, I think it would take some time, but it did it very fast. Yeah, uh, fast, very fast. I mean, okay, yes, did this in a very fast way. Oh my god, I don't know. Okay, okay. Everything is, yeah. Let's do it. Now let's commit it. Fit, add, remove, repetitive response code with along with status. Okay, now we have only one thing left. We need to work on. I mean, not one thing, but is we can do one more thing like this way. So let me. Okay. What is that? What is that? What is that? Okay, yeah. Let me open a controller. This one, this thing. This request. See, this is a get request, but we need to ask for this param. For this, we need this request. So we need to get rid of this thing. So for this, we will use another param, another decorator. It's the property decorator. You have already seen this. Where? Here, like where this one. This is the decorator. Okay, so we'll use that way, that thing. Okay, so we need to something. We need something, right? So let me how we'll do it. Let me create. It's kind of tricky. In fact, I didn't apply this before, so I know the concept, but it's kind of tricky. I need to do something. Let me see how we can do that. Let me create a decorator first, then where it is let me call request.decorator.ts as we will implement the body decorator, then the param, and finally the query, and also rec and res. Okay, fine. Okay, let me see if controller. Okay, request queries. Yep. Okay, now let's create export const for param first, or param. It will not like this. Let me use the functional way. Param. Yeah, it's parameter index. Okay. Parameter name. Param. Okay, I don't need it this index as well. Let's move it. This will be. This is 1 second. This is the last one. Is press property key. Property descriptor. We don't need it anyways. Okay, property key, target, property key, yeah. Okay, this remove this one, and key export const. Let me create a key URL not URL params is query key, request key, response key, body key. Okay. Okay, not this will be request. Okay, okay, fine. File. We don't need file this way. We'll do something for later on. Okay, so this one, I think I need to do something really great. Okay, let's just keep it simple this way. We need to do something else. This is not the way we can. We need to something else. Let me that way. So suppose okay, we need to do something else. I mean, we need something called injecting or something. Let's just create. Let me do it in this way. We'll because I already told you that this is my first time I'm using this thing, so it's kind of tricky and pretty much not that great. Okay, const id. I'm just making it simple to not id and okay. Still be param. Okay, 1 second. I need to export it as well. Export. Come on. Yep. Okay, so yeah, this way param it will be id rec id, it will be string. I need to import it. Okay, the signature is not matching because it won't. Okay, so basically it will work a different way. I told you already, not that way where it's not something different. This way, reflect define metadata. Okay, parameter index params dot push. Okay, let me try first, or let me get a help of parameter decorator. I didn't use mask. How to use parameter in TypeScript. I already set up everything. Okay, fine. This is the index. So okay, log param. Let me understand what it's doing. Decorator name, decorator log param. Yep, this one. Reflect metadata. Okay, validate required. Existing. Okay. Okay. Something existing. So existing dot push index. So I'm kinda confused what is doing. Let's see. Required key. Inject user service. Okay. Oh. I'm kinda confused what it's doing here. I'm kinda confused what it's doing. I need to do something really cool. Define metadata. Okay. Inject tokens. Okay. Okay. Let me clarify what I want. I want to mimic next this parameter param decorator where it is used where a decorator is used to get URL search params name search param data with param key. I have already set up everything including reflect metadata and metadata. Okay. Okay, let's see how it's working. Okay, it's give me a lot of things like existing push, index number, parameter, key. Okay, fine. Okay, constant. Okay, let me see what it's doing. It's setting up parameter, receiving a key, then it's setting up the route parameter metadata existing. If there might be multiple, so just setting up existing. So far this is good. Okay, now let's see original descriptor hello. Yeah, it's using the descriptor because it's required. Need the existing things. Okay. params. Okay, Turk index and key args. Original dot apply this args. Okay. Okay, if let me try. I am using expresses. Let's see. It will be much more. It's a simple thing, very much simple thing. Why this constructor? Okay. It's kind of tricky. Yep. It's trickier than I thought. It's too much trickier. Okay. What is that? So, okay, I think I need to use the co-work because it's not giving. I don't give him the better context here, and I want to use co-work. So compact this, or just let me do one thing. Copy everything. New task. Okay. Okay. I need this one. Sorry. Okay, it will give me a better context. Let's see how it's work. Param name, param push. This way, it's good. Yeah. You don't need to update, just I want to learn and implement myself. Okay, I just stop him because I don't want Claude. I don't want to. I don't want to call out the edit the code. I just want to learn these things. So this is. Yep. Okay. Let me do one thing. Let me git add all. It will help me. Okay, so this is the target class prototype and property name, the method name, the parameter index. Okay, under URL. Yeah, we already fixing this one and storing this one. The have to the handler reads metadata and inject. So we need to use on the thing. So how we can do that things? Okay, let me do whatever it tell me. So we need to go to the query type, query. Okay, we need the parameters. We need the parameters here somewhere. Let me paste that as well. Const params. Okay, let me params name. Okay, yeah, this is the one ID we are receiving. This is number index. Okay, URL params. Okay, now we're already getting this thing. If it receives something, then it's good, or else it will be an empty. So it shouldn't give me an error by default. I mean, you can understand why I give that default array. It's kind of good. Okay, next one would be parameter types. The param types. We don't need it. We can do this like this way. Okay, I lost my electricity. I'll be back in just a minute. Oh my god, I think you didn't hear a lot of the things because my microphone was muted. I don't know what happened. Okay, sorry for this, but as for I don't know where did we started, but I created this thing. I mean, you already see why we need this body and request and then this decorator, because if we use this params inside our controller in this way, we would lose the request things and other things. So we can still can get the request thing, but it's a optional thing, so we need to implement those things. For find, like the find, and for get route is good, but when we need to create something, we need to the body, then the request will be undefined or empty, it won't be there. So we need for mainly we need this request body or query for lot of the things. We won't directly use the request object. Okay, now this is param, but it won't be a param type. It will be index and string. That's it. Sorry, it's number. Sorry, not index. Number. Okay, URL params not it will be URL. Oh, not this one. It will be URL query key. Okay, then body query, and finally we need them. I mean, for query we won't pass single by one. We'll pass the entire query things, query parameter. If it has limit, if it has something else, then it will. I mean, we'll pass the entire URL params or query in the single things. It won't be a more than one, but params it will be explicitly one or two. So that's why we need the key. But for query we don't need it anyways. Okay, now body params. Now we need two more things. Index parameter index. Yeah, it's already request body. It's not request body. It's request key. Let me import it. Oh, sorry, it's inside request body. It will be come from this here. It will be response key. Okay, so params. Params.push. Okay, let's just keep it simple. It's not mandatory. You can name this whatever you want. Now let's go to the logic. We need to implement these things for this is param names. Now let's go for yep, it's everything. It's already helping me a lot way. Okay. Okay, my electricity is back. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I am back. Where is that? Where is my editor? Okay, it's here. Let me okay, it's here. Okay, request name. Okay, okay. Okay. Oh my. Yep. Okay, the response names, index number. Okay. So let me see if we can get or not. I mean, CLG response names. I mean, let's console log everything. Okay, let's see how it's written. Yeah, it's only give me the param names for key ID. We don't need it. Okay, so for controller, let's try it on here inside rec request, or so let's see, keep it any, then make it res any. Okay, import it, and then finally query queue is any. Let's see, it should, yep, the query name says index number, query is index number 2, here is the index number 2, the request is index number 0, and response is index number 1. Yeah, we are here. Okay, so basically in here this not gonna be an array, or we don't need the array, we need to store the parameters, or we can okay, let's just keep it simple. I mean, user can still use multiple request things for case, or in this case they can, so that's why I'm keeping this as simply. So no problem. So we need to do it here for, yeah, it's already asking me. I'm just going to do this one, this query args query names keys. It will be just give me on the query thing for query names, is give me just index number. So we need to index number and paste the entire query. We just need the index number here, nothing else. So query part is done. Now the request name, the request things index, yeah, this is good, this is done. So I think it's gonna work fine. Okay, let's see. We did here on the request, and we'll test it out. Okay, so for this I need to test this one. Let me create on the git route. Oh sorry, we need it to remove this because we don't want to authorize now. That's why it's asking me this. Yeah, see, we need to seek. Yeah, see, you can see it's working. It's working fine. The first is request, the second one where's end, this is the response, and finally the query parameter. So request is coming. Okay, let's just check the query, if the query parameter is working fine or not. Okay, so from here let me pass something, test t. Okay, Yay, we can receive it. So our code is working, right? So basically what's just happening, let me demonstrate everything so you'll understand better way. So first of all, we just asking this request, we just creating this decorator and asking do something. So what the decorator did, it just received nothing, but it's received the parameter index and property key. We need target and property key to store this data onto the reflect-metadata store, this global store where something is not imported here, but it's imported on the index file. So it will store on the global store. Then, so why I'm doing this thing? So as you can see, this parameter is not limited. You can use multiple parameter or argument, you can say the argument multiple. So we need to verify this which index number or which position this request number is, and then that's way we will set those URL somewhere. So somehow, so we are storing the parameter index, this argument index number. So which index number is it in the first position of the function or second or third? So that's why we'll be storing this one for every parameter score as well as the body. But so we just need for res, because res and request are the similar. There is nothing variable; it's fixed. So we just need the parameter index, nothing else. We don't need nothing else. We can need this. But for query things, we can receive a key for particular things. But I chose to use use the query key, the entire query things. If anything there, query thing like the entire object will be available for this query parameter. And for parameters, the URL parameter, which is called the this one for this one. Where is that? This one. So for this one, we need to specify that we need this key. So that's why you can see we are storing key and the index number, the parameter index number, which position it's currently located. So we are storing these things. So we're using array because there might be multiple parameters for the same name or existing name. So we are storing this way. Okay, so we have stored this data, the metadata, the requirement, what we need. But we need to pass this data, this data. I mean, this variable will be, these things will be called somewhere. This function will be called somewhere. And where we are calling? registerController. This is the way we are calling. Here, the method is being called with some binding. And this is the variable parameters. So we need to generate these parameters, or you can say arguments, generate dynamically from the request response body we are receiving. So this is the handler. So we're receiving request, res, and next function. Okay, next function, fine. Next function, and then we are generating the arguments. We're just talking about we need this argument to be working here, or else if we don't pass this, it will be undefined. So we are generating these arguments here. First of all, we are generating because this is so before that we are retrieving everything. There are params, query names, the request names, request, although it's giving the request name is editor is AI is giving me this, so I just didn't change this, but you can change it if you want. So I don't need it, remove it. Okay, so then I just dynamically generate. First of all, we need the parameters as name, then we are receiving this one and fixing the argument index number. This is the index number we are fixing, so it will be like 1, 2, 3. That's how it will store and pass to this find method. Okay, I think you understand. Same thing for the query things. So directly putting a query, everything from the query. everything in the query. We can do a lot of things. If we want to get the single query name, you can. You just need to do something a little bit more work. Not much. You just need to go this query and you will receive a key, and then inside this you will pass a key, and then you will dynamically generate here. That's it. Pretty much simple. Not a big things. Also the same thing for request and response as well, and this one. Everything is good. Okay, we are good to go, right? So everything is done. Now we already tested. I think you understand the process. At first I don't understand most of the time, but after some time I tried, then I understand how it's working. Okay, now okay, let's okay, done body, param, query. Yeah, all of these are here. We need your don't. So register controller, we don't need it. Anything else? Let's go to feature controller. We don't need it, so removing this one. So where we need is here. So it will be, we'll do something called the body, and then it will be body dot DTO. Okay, now let's see what it returned. We don't need it like this way. You can see it won't give me an error. It will receive this data similarly. Let me try. It will give me some errors. Okay, let me open, or let me console log the body directly. It will give me error because it won't restructure things. It won't restructure. Destructuring these things because this might be undefined. Let me open the VS Postman, and since the methods post return username is required because this DTO is already there. So let's just remove this DTO. Okay, it will give me because the body is undefined because there's nothing there. So if we pass something inside this body, it's raw. Is this on? If we pass something, suppose username, suppose user name. Let's get the request. It still give me undefined. I don't know what is happening here. It should give me something. It should. Or let me try. Let me see what is happening. Parameter index. Yeah. Is it? Okay. It should work. Okay, the body is not working somehow. Let me see if we have something. Or I got it. The request body is not being passed here. We need it. Query. It's a query. This is param. This is query. Request response. For the body, we don't have the body. So we need it. Okay, request. That's why it's not working. To body, and similar way we'll copy paste this one. Now this will work. This should work. Let's check it out. Our target is just to get the data, nothing else. Okay, yep, a mistake, sorry for that. Our target is, it's giving me the MongoDB database, but you can see this is the body things. Our target is this. Ignore this one because the database connection is not properly set up. Ignore these things. Just focus on this. So we received the body at last. So if we want to receive the body, we can, but if we don't, then we don't want. We don't need to use the request trace everywhere. It is not mandatory for now. So if you don't want to use the request, you don't use it. Simple. Not this way. Okay, I need to import this one. Okay, I think you understand. Okay, now let's use the Claude to refix all of our code. At first I told you that we aren't gonna need this anyways. I told you. So as you can see, we don't need it. We don't need it. It's pretty much simple. So let me ask Claude same thing. Okay. Okay. Inside this file, I added some new decorator. Okay, let me mention the request controller as well. This file, some new decorators, rec, res, body, query, and param. I applied on the where on the this one. Analyze and understand the process, the understand everything. After understanding everything, what we'll do, apply on others module. Make sure everything is fine and working properly. Must not broke anything. Okay. Okay, let's just wait some minute. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so it's done. It took so much time. It took almost 5 to 6 minutes, and my time is also ticking. I need to go for some reason. Let's see how it's worked. Yeah, it's everything working fine. We did a lot of things, mainly router. There are date codes. Loads it perfectly. Let's see. So basically, let's try to delete the router files. Now we don't need it. Let's try this one. This is totally empty. I don't need it. Delete it. Delete it. Let's go from here. Delete this router. Delete this. Activity. Delete this one. Then it don't have the router file. Already deleted. Insert. Deleted. Notification. Deleted. Shared user. Don't have the user router. Else okay. So I don't have the router file anyway. Router. Only we don't have nothing called router file. We have some router decorator needed, but else nothing else. Yep. Okay, fine. Commit fit add rec res body param and rec res param and param query decorator and remove router files. Okay, git push. Okay, so the main things is gone. I mean done, not gone. Main thing is done. Everything is fine. Everything's working fine. We can use something, but we don't want to use this anyways. Don't worry. Don't worry. Next function. Everything is good now. So far everything is smooth. Okay, so we will remove. We need to move this exception from shared to live. Shared to live. I think the whole shared thing should be moved here. Let me move it at a single time. Inside libraries. Okay, so there will be most of the errors. Okay, or let's just restore everything. We'll change this later on, not now, because this might give me some pain. Okay, so far everything is clean. Helpers, password helpers. Okay, this password helpers. Tomorrow we'll organize this code as well. We'll do something else. Tomorrow we'll do something related to this kind of things. The main thing is done. I mean, it will take me around today's day number 7. Will take only 3 more days maybe. After that the project will be completed. It will be completed. Okay, so far everything is good. I'll come back tomorrow. Let's see you in tomorrow.